Hey everyone, welcome to Life in Full Send, Athletes Reimagined, the podcast where we discuss the experience of redefining life after being an athlete. I'm your host, Liz Hall, an athlete integration specialist and your teammate for navigating the big question, what comes after sports? Each week I sit down with former athletes who have faced that very question and share how they navigated the transition. I don't know many people who would not be moved by a beautiful love letter written to them. I certainly would melt. I felt the feelings when I came across my guest today as he read a love letter to none other than baseball. It was so raw, so vulnerable, and so heartfelt. I knew I wanted to hear more of his story and, most importantly, share it with you. A former baseball player at Montclair State University, author of Reaching Home Plate, co-host of Ball 5 podcast, a player development specialist, mental performance coach, and a lover of psychology. This week's guest is the amazing Perry Quartuccio. Today we talk about sports and how it can be an escape, on defining the why behind chasing any goal, and on routines. Let's get into it. I had found a video where you asked a player if playing baseball was an escape from pain. And I'm curious if that was something for you.
Wow, that's a deep question, and that's a deep dive. I think a majority of the questions that I would ask, like the kid in front of the camera, I think all of my questions are directly reflective of what I felt. Baseball was definitely an escape for me, escape of real life. I think growing up, baseball was always that one thing that you could rely on. It never went anywhere. I mean, yeah, you had your ups and downs throughout the game, which was a part of it. But I think, like, if I had a hard test or if I got broken up with by a girl, like, baseball was always there. It never left me. I think that's why I ask those kind of questions to kids, because I know everyone else feels the same thing. Just no one's willing to talk about it, you know?
Yeah, that's the podcast, right? There are so many things we keep hidden, but they're very real and they're very valid. And the hope is that people are heard and seen through the gas, that they're like, yeah, that's me. I'm not alone, because that's what happens. We isolate and then we think we're crazy because we're the only ones going through it. The truth is, so many people are going through it, but if we don't talk about it, then we do go through it alone. But many people, it's the human experience.
Yeah.
Nobody's crazy.
I really understood that everybody, again, this is non-baseball stuff, but humanity, like, everybody experiences the same feelings through different experiences. And I think my biggest God-given gift is being able to relate to somebody in any capacity. I know it because I'm a human. I know you felt a certain emotion that I felt before, maybe in different capacities, maybe in different ways, but at least I know, again, my God-given gift is the ability to understand, try to understand. My why today is to inspire people, allow them to realize their full potential. And then what's part one. Like, that's why I do what I do. Then the other why, and there is an external factor, because I think that adds the motivation piece and more, a little bit more drive on top of what I'm doing, is I want to repay my parents back, whether it's, financially, or give them something, or in a way that they've never thought was possible. I think that's a really big why for me. So the part one is, all right, I'm going to inspire people to be better. I'm going to inspire people to realize their potential and help them get there. And then in doing that, I'm going to repay my parents back somehow.
Such a great answer.
I appreciate that. That's really what it comes down to now.
Using your voice and sharing your story and being exactly who you are. I make up that there aren't a lot of prouder parents.
I appreciate that. I might get emotional right now, but I don't find the joy in the achievements. I find the joy in having those achievements be a part of it. Like, I just want to make them proud. I want to make them not have to worry about a single thing ever. I don't know, maybe 20 minutes, 15 minutes. Like, I'm just sitting there looking at nothing. And there are more times than not where I feel sadness. And that's where, as soon as I feel it, I sit in it for a little bit and I pray. And I don't pray for God to fix me in the moment. I pray for him to guide me, lead me, and assist me in changing my belief systems and changing my patterns and changing my energy. That's literally what but it's like,
So
it's
good.
hard. I almost get there every day. Like, I get into that quote unquote heartbreak mode every single day. And I was afraid of it. Now I'm not. I literally just embrace it because it's like, all right, what else? Like, I'm gonna enter it. Like, every time I go to bed, I'm like, all right, here we go. We're about to get into it. But that's like, it's been so helpful for me because when I wake up, I feel replenished. I feel energized. I feel new almost. And I think it's just God doing his work. And I think, again, that's where I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I keep leaning back on my faith, because everything I've ever done was baseball, the headspace of baseball, the knowledge of baseball. And when I separated myself from all of it, all I had was myself and my actual thoughts, not what I was supposed to do, the task I had to do, the lesson I had to go to. It was none of that. It was straight like, all right, this is what you believe in about yourself. This is a story you're telling yourself. How do you change the paradigm? And God is the only answer that I have found that works.
Amen.
Yeah.
First off, kudos on the 20 minutes. I also heard to do the same thing in the morning so that you wake up with your own thoughts and not the world's. So I would invite you, when you're doing that at night, to do it in the morning too. Give yourself that same gift of you. I know you give constantly all day to everybody that you encounter. And so that time is also for you to experience the gift that you are, for you. You experience your gift.
I never thought of it like that. So that sitting in the silence is part of my night routine. It's not a part of my morning.
Water. Perry, you are so special, and I'm so grateful that you are on the pod today. If this episode inspired you, please share it with a fellow athlete or friend who may be navigating their next chapter, because we're all just writing our playbooks as we go. Please make sure to follow and subscribe to Life in Full Send, Athletes Reimagined. And if you loved the episode, please drop a quick comment so we can reach more incredible athletes who may need to feel seen and heard. Next week, we're running it back again in my hometown to discuss overcoming and unlearning. It's one of the most powerful episodes I've recorded, and you won't want to miss it. Until next time, please remember, the game ends, a chapter ends, but your story doesn't. Keep living your life in full send.